They're coming to get you, Barbara. Yoo-hoo! And thanks for tuning in to another awful movie review.
Hey, you guys. They can't hear you. I can hear them.
It's only January, and I can tell that Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, also known as Curse of the Screaming Dead, is going to make my list of the top stupidest movies I will have seen all year. And just to add insult to injury, Troma Studios was behind it all.
What are you whining about?
You know, the independent film studio that makes super campy movies and wear it as a badge of honor. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got nothing against low-budget films. In fact, some of my favorites were made on a modest amount of money. I also don't mind it at all when more modern movies purposely try to recapture that cheap, grainy, campy feel of the past.
Don't any of you believe me?
The first example to come to mind were the two Grindhouse movies by Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino. But Troma movies tend to be filled with terrible scripts, atrocious acting, and ridiculous off-the-wall characters, which mostly makes their stuff hard to sit through.
But there is no excuse for these atrocities they have committed.
And this movie is definitely no exception. In fact, producer Lloyd Kaufman claimed this to be one of the top 5 worst pictures his company has ever made. That's saying it all.
I know what I'm talking about.
But just before we get going, if there's a bad movie you'd like me to review, leave me a comment down below. Don't forget to like this review, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let me know your thoughts and feelings on Curse of the Cannibal Confederates.
And you promised to stop drinking, remember?
One of the ways I could describe this is some warped wet dream from a fanatical southern horror fan.
Spooky business.
We follow 6 people who don't have one iota of a clue on how to act as they go wandering off in the forests of the American South. One of the guys discovers a rundown church and tombstones dating back to the Civil War. Inside these ruins, he finds a Confederate flag and a notebook. After a little bit of pontification, the gang decides not to steal the flag and leave it be, but one of them keeps the old diary for himself.
Oh, I guess it'll be alright.
And these undead soldiers don't take too kindly to theft. They'll wake up from a 117-year-old sleep just to go and get it.
Shit, these are dangerous, man.
Now that, my friends, is determination. No more excuses for not getting up in the morning. Plus, some of these guys have been keeping up with fashion, like one of the undead can be seen wearing what appears to be ASICS streetwear shoes. And those are some pretty darn good teeth for someone who's been rotting under the ground for over a century. Unbelievable to see they even had Tony Stark and John Carpenter on their side. Chump Change can't even begin to describe what the movie had as a budget.
Hey, you can forget about that 5 you owe me, okay?
Like I said, I have a hard time understanding if this was supposed to be some sort of a joke, because the acting is so transcendently awful that I wondered if they were self-aware or trying to be genuine. This is as wooden as it gets. If someone back in '82 deserved to get a big fat Razzie Award for Worst Actor of the Year, I'd have a super hard time determining which one here should receive it.
Yeah, joke, real funny, ha ha, asshole.
The sound mixing is terrible, the boom man must have gone and get some milk and never came back, and the dialogue is wooden enough to make a 3-year-old baby cry.
You goofy bozo. I knew it all along.
You're the bozo.
A good cast is worth remembering. The audacity of these people.
Will you shut up?
The makeup effects are like dollar store quality. You can tell some are just wearing rubber masks. Oh, and check this out. You can tell Night of the Living Dead inspired this car explosion scene. Yeah, this is so bad that words escape me.
She may be blind, but she knows a raw deal when she sees one.
Oh yeah, a real charmer, a real ladies' man. It was funny to see though how the guys packed explosive bullets for their hunting excursion. If they shot down a wild duck, the thing would explode into itty-bitty little pieces in mid-air.
You shoot a deer with this and you blow it half away.
But I guess you can never be too well prepared. You never know when Confederate soldiers may rise up from the grave and want to kick your ass. Anyhow, our crew of bumbling fools finally realize that the zombies want their stolen diary back. Well, don't just keep reading it, throw it outside! This disgusting exercise in horror cinema is about as brain dead as the walking corpses it features. This is premium dog diarrhea. You've been warned. What an awful movie.